Hello, hello! Welcome back to Tennis Ace. I wasn't about to say password, shut up. We were with Shuichi. We went to the restaurant. Was a good time. We walk out of the restaurant about 40 minutes later, having eaten to tell we couldn't eat anymore.
Bah, I can't feel my tongue.
Shuichi keeps poking his tongue out of his mouth, touching it with the tip of his finger. I told you that thing would be too spicy even for you.
Too spicy. I ate the whole thing like a champ. I just can't feel my tongue. No biggie.
How can you... What? Yes. How can you be so nonchalant about not feeling something so important as your tongue? You're a freak. He elbowed me playfully.
Ah, don't talk like that. I know you love me.
I groaned, giving him a punch on the shoulder. It only serves to make him laugh. What do we do now? It's only barely past noon.
Well...
Shuichi scratches his chin, looking pensive. You didn't plan ahead?
sorry. I didn't want our first real outing in so long feel mechanical. So I kind of wanted to just go wherever we felt like going.
How about I choose then?
No. I invited you out. I want to be the one deciding where we go. I'll let you decide next. Deal?
I crossed my arms, staring at him with an amused smile. Fine. I'll be game with... Yeah, I'll be game this time. But I expect you to provide with the best damn outing I've had in the past few weeks.
Challenge accepted. And I just thought of the perfect place to go to just now.
After about 10 minutes, after about a 10-minute walking, what? After about 10 minutes walking, okay. Shuichi leads me into a staircase hidden between two shops. Climbing in the second floor, we reach a big and spacious. An arcade? Really? This was your big idea?
Oh, come on. There's nothing wrong with an arcade. It's a perfect place to pass time.
Also one of the most cliched places to take someone. Good thing this isn't a date, otherwise you'd probably make a girl quite a bit annoyed.
Gah, I'll keep that in mind. Do you want to leave then?
I look around the place, checking out all the different games and machines they have in here. I have to say, it's a better selection than the arcade I used to visit. Then again, I haven't been to an arcade in 3 years, so what do I know? The corner of my lips curve up in a half smile. No, I think this could be fun, after all.
Did you see a game that interests you?
You could say that. I walk up to the vacant dance corner machine and lean my back against the bar, staring at Shuichi with the best mischievous expression I can muster. His face immediately goes pale.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. You know I have 2 left feet when it comes to dancing.
Hey, you chose where we'd go, so I get to choose what we do. Only fair. Shuichi swallows hard, looking at the machine with dread.
Do I have to?
Well... Shuichi swallows again upon hearing the tone of my voice. You don't have to. It's okay if you're too scared. I might beat you at the game.
Do you really think this 5th grader attempt to provocation would rile me up and make me decide to play?
I merely smile.
Just hop on the damn machine and start the game.
Oh, I thought you didn't.
Shut up.
Nah, I really did get under his skin. I hope... You can be so easy sometimes. It's wonderful. Just as the machine starts up, I already select a random track and set it to 2-player mode. Shuichi steps onto the left dance pad, and I take the right one.
All right. May the best man win.
I intend to. The song starts out slow, and neither of us have trouble following. The difficulty keeps climbing as the rhythm of the song increases. I keep an eye on Shoichi from the corner of my eye, seeing as he starts to struggle. One by one, he starts missing the keys. Meanwhile, in my screen, even though I don't really play these kinds of games often, I'm starting to have more and more fun as time goes on. My score is rocketing past Shoichi, who's missing almost half of the keys by now, struggling to keep up with the fast pace of the song. Gah! As the number of mistakes he makes increases further and further, Shuichi's lifeline starts to become depleted until you lose! He finally reaches 0 and fails the song. I quickly finish the last minute or so of it and step out of the machine, walking towards Shuichi, who is crumbling behind the machine, his face buried in his knees. Aw, come on. Are you that upset about losing?
I couldn't even finish the song.
You don't play these games often. Don't beat yourself up over it.
You don't play these games either, and you still beat my ass. In fact, I'm pretty sure you got a near perfect score.
Well, should I point out to him that it technically was a perfect score, since I didn't miss any of the keys? I better not. I don't want to feed the fire. Why don't we play a few more times so you can get used to it?
Not interested.
Ah, then how about we play another game?
Not interested.
Are you going to sit there and sulk all day?
Perhaps.
Talk about a sore loser. Didn't you promise you'd show me a good time, since this is the first time we'd go out together and all that? I'm starting to think you were just talking out of your ass. Still, after a few seconds, he sighs, getting up from the floor and dusting himself off.
All right. How about we play some fighting games? At least I'm good at those.
Okay, let's go with that. He's really so easy sometimes. It's almost dark by the time we leave the arcade. We spent pretty much the whole time playing fighting games, only trying something else to take a break and stop hogging the fighting machines. At the end of the day, I'm touting a record of 34 wins of mine versus the 28 of his.
Don't let it get to your head. Just because you won a few more times than usual.
Shuichi was left pouting over the loss streak he had a little while before we left. In fact, the whole reason we left was because he was tired of losing. We had planned on staying in the arcade for about 30 more minutes. I think you're the one who stopped letting the losses get to your head. Who should stop letting the loss? Okay. Am I gonna have to spend the whole day dealing with you pouting?
I'm not even allowed to be upset for a few minutes.
His reaction would be sad if it wasn't so darn funny. You win some, you lose some. Just deal with it and move on.
Why do I get the feeling that you're patronizing me?
I'm not. I'm trying to cheer you up, so I won't have to deal with an anal nutbag the rest of the evening. Shuichi starts laughing. Oh, nice. I try to cheer you up, and that doesn't work, but I call you an anal nutbag, and for some reason that gets you to laugh.
Huh, sorry, I just... okay. I'm all good now. Actually feel a little better now, thanks to that.
I shrug. Hey, if me insulting you makes you feel better, I've got a ton of other insults where that one came from.
Not now. Sorry for getting so annoyed at that. I promised you a good time. I shouldn't keep being salty over a few losses.
Cough. 34. Cough. I cover my mouth as I do an obvious fake cough.
Don't start. Anyway, it's already getting a bit late, so we should probably head to the festival location.
Where exactly is this festival you said is happening in town today? I don't remember there being any commemoration to be had today.
You'll find out when we get there.
Typical.
Anyway, what store should we stop and pick up, to pick up your yukata?
My what now?
Your yukata. You can't go to a festival without a yukata.
Since when?
What? You didn't buy a yukata? It's a traditional festival wear. I thought you'd be getting one.
Why would I?
Because...
Yeah, typical festival wear, got it. You didn't tell me I should wear one, though.
I have to tell you to buy a yukata for a festival.
If you want someone to do something, you should tell them to do it instead of expecting them to simply figure it out.
But, I wanted to see you wear a yukata.
His words come out as simple, pitiful whine. Oh, come on, what are you, a child?
But, I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah, you've told me that already. No need to repeat yourself. Anyway, what about you, Mr. Must-Have a Yukata? Where should we be going to get yours?
Well...
I cross my arms, cross-examining him with my eyes. You don't have one, do you?
The thing is
that you don't have a damn yukata, but you're trying to make me feel bad for not having one because you wanted to see me wearing one.
Well...
Yes? It's kind of amusing to see him like this.
I went to a couple stores to buy one, okay, but none of them had any in my size. Turned out I'm much taller than the average Japanese male, so the only way I could get one was to custom order it. It wouldn't get done on time.
I lift my hands up in the air, shaking my head sideways. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Shuichi. I don't have a yukata, and considering that you don't either, I don't think you have any right to complain about it.
Fine. I won't complain anymore.
Jesus, why is he so downcast over a piece of clothing? How about we each buy a yukata, and if we're both free by the time of the festival, the Harvest Festival, we'll go together. Just the two of us wearing our yukatas.
Really? You're serious? You'll go to the Harvest Festival with me?
Hang on, I said if we're both free.
Yeah, I got that. Still, it means a lot to me. All right, I'll go to a clothing shop on Monday, and I'll order a yukata for myself.
Why are you getting so excited about something that might not even happen? Are you stupid or something?
Yes, but that's why I like him.
Still, it makes me feel all warm and happy inside when I see him like this. Yeah, I really like seeing him when he's happy like this. And knowing I'm the one who made him this happy is just...
Oh, what's with that look on your face?
Shuichi notices something about my face. I'm making it, and turns to me with sudden interest. What are you going to complain? Are you going to complain that I'm making an ugly face now? No, he's thinking about it.
Nah, I was just thinking, that you have a very beautiful smile just now. It looks good on you.
What are you saying? If someone heard you saying that, they might misunderstand. You shouldn't be saying this to your guy friend. Shit, why is my face suddenly getting hot?
Huh? What are you talking about? What's wrong with complimenting my best friend? I meant every word I said.
Is this guy for real? Anyway. I turn around, trying to hide my face from him. Just take me to this festival you said you wanted to show me. Like you said, it's already getting late.
No, you're right.
I hear Shoichi's voice echoing from behind me.
Come with me towards the East Street.
I see him walking through the street and immediately start following behind, grateful for an excuse to keep my face hidden from him. Why was my heart beating so fast?
It's a good thing there aren't many people around here at this time of day. If I'd gotten out of the arcade at the time we first agreed on, the street would be packed with people.
I merely agree with him, not really paying attention at the words he's saying. I follow behind him for quite a while, weaving our way through the streets as they become less and less crowded. Eventually, I realize that there are barely anyone walking alongside us. Wait. Now that I'm, well, I can't, I'm just, wow. Now that I've snapped back to reality, isn't this... This is the shopping district Shuichi took me to a couple weeks ago.
Do you recognize it? It looks quite different, right?
What? Is this the same place? Shuichi smiles, looking over the myriad of different tents. Even though this place already had a bunch of food tents and a few paper lanterns, it now feels more festival. For one, there are even more paper lanterns than before, at least 10 times more. And there are many more people than before, too.
They host the 7-day festival every year beginning at the middle of April. They don't even know why anymore. Over the years, the reason for this was lost, but tradition itself continued. I only found out last year when I ended up coming here to have some food and discovered it was the last day of the festival. So when I remembered, I immediately thought you might want to see it.
I look at my, all the booths and tents that have been set up in the streets, mesmerized by all of the different colors and smells. It's not as big as the city's Harvest Festival, but it seems cozier.
There's all kinds of food here we can get to eat if you want. There's also a few games we can play. It's your call, really.
He winks at me, smiling widely.
What was it that you said? I chose where we go, and you choose what to do.
I smile. Suddenly my mood skyrocketed. But I was already in a pretty good mood before. Damn, I can't wait to try some stuff here.
Well, what do you want to do? We can play a few games. We can go around the festival grounds, trying out a bunch of different foods. We can also do a little bit of both, but I'm afraid we might miss some stuff if we do.
Can't we come back tomorrow and do whatever we didn't do today?
Sorry, Yuichi. Today's the last day of the festival this year. I didn't really remember about it before. Well, even if I did, I wouldn't have been free. I wouldn't have had free time to come here any other day.
It's fine. Let's just think of something to do. We came here to have fun, right?
Damn right. What do you want to do then? Some games? Food? Like I said, we can try doing a little bit of both, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be ideal.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be better for us to just pick one and visit as many stands of that type as we can. It's better than having 2 activities half done. Shuichi laughs, giving me a few taps on the back, and then moving his hand to the top of my head, tussling my fur.
That's exactly what I think, Yuichi.
I'm gonna choose games, okay? Maybe I would choose food. See, I don't know. I always feel like when I go to festivals, I'm railroaded by family to go to the food stands. Because my mom and my sister feel the need to eat their own weight every hour when we're on vacation. But, so I always feel like I end up having to do this, and then I don't get time. And you know, the family gotta stick together during the festival thing, blah, 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 blah. So I never get to do games. At least the ones that I like. I don't get to do all of them. I get to do like a few. While I'm tempted to go on an eating spree, the truth is that I'm not really all that hungry. After all, spending the whole afternoon in an arcade, I'm craving more traditional games. I can eat most of the foods on the street whenever I want anyway, but I can't find festival game booths anywhere. Everywhere. Ring tosses, rifle shooting, balloon scooping, that one's fun. That one's fucking great. I think I even saw a whack-a-mole booth in the back. Wait, what? I can't do whack-a-mole? That's the one that I would have wanted. We're gonna play darts. No, we're gonna do balloon scooping. We're gonna doing balloon scooping. How about something relaxing? Balloon scooping.
Wow, balloon scooping? Slow down, man. I can barely keep up with you if you keep chasing all those radical games.
He was, of course, being sarcastic. You can say no if you don't want to play.
No. Not at all. I'm just having a little bit of fun at your expense. I'll play.
Alright. Now, to find a tent where they're hosting it.
There are several. I'm pretty sure I saw one around that area.
Shuichi points to a spot about 300 meters or so from us, where we are right now. Guess there's no harm in going to look.
Are you sure? We might get hurt if you get too close to such a dangerous game.
Can it, doggy boy? He laughs again. It takes us a bit of walking to find a space where they're doing the balloon scooping event. But once we lay eyes on the round rubber pool filled with plastic balloons, it's sort of a dead giveaway. The pool is surrounded by kids playing with hooks and attempting to get a balloon for themselves. Of course, very few of them actually succeed. But then again, this game is much harder than it seems.
All right. According to the sign, it's only 300 yen per try. Seems fair enough.
That's $3. We'll each buy a ticket. Shuichi nods, and we both walk to the clerk and exchange a deal with the customer, yeah. Hi. What a nice evening we're having. Are you two interested in trying to get a few balloons? The clerk is a very busty lizard girl. That's a good voice for that. Who honestly doesn't look like she's much older than us. She speaks in a sweet, cheerful tone, probably to help her deal with the kids who come around. Or maybe she's just the approachable type, who knows.
We'll each get one try.
We hand her the money and she giggles, taking the coins from our hands and using a pair of our rods with paper lines attached to them. Yep, that's the catch in this game. The lines are made of paper. So if you're not fast enough, they'll dissolve and break, and you won't be able to get the balloon. And that's why most kids aren't able to get it. They're too uncoordinated to play this game. All right. Just wait until the pool sides clear a little bit, and you can get right to it. We nod, waiting in a small line until the people who had already came before took their turns. Of all the 8 people that were ahead of us, only 2 managed to get a balloon. One of them was an adult. Pretty safe to say this game is brutal for kids.
All right, I'll go first.
With a space clear, Shuichi, who is ahead of me, goes to try his luck on the game. Well, I say luck, but honestly, you'd have to be very inept to fail at this. Shuichi throws his hook in the water and almost immediately manages to catch a balloon. In barely a split second, he was already pulling a balloon from out of the water.
Ha! Got it!
Shuichi unhooks the balloon from his line that had barely even touched the water and kept holding it, looking mighty proud of himself. Don't act so triumphant over something like this. It's a children's game. You had to win it.
Huh. I know it's supposed to be easy for grown-ups, but at least let me have my moment, will you?
Shuichi pouts, walking over to the line and giving me his turn. Oh, come on, your moment? You can't have a moment playing a game like this. It's just ridiculously easy. So I'm gonna go lose and be very sad. I throw my hook into the water, aiming at a particular balloon with a color pattern that caught my attention. I missed the mark with the first throw. Well, no matter. I'll just throw it again. I pull back the hook with the, I pull the hook out of the water and throw it after the balloon one more time. I missed again? How could it be? Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just throw it into the water again and...
Yuichi.
What? Yuichi interrupts me as I'm preparing to throw the hook into the water for the third time.
You should probably check your rod again. The hook isn't there anymore.
What? I lift my rod so I can see the tip and... It isn't there. My line has already dissolved. What?
So much for a children's game that you have to win at if you're an adult.
Shut up. This is just a minor setback. I'll buy another try and I'll show you how easy it is.
Why? You've already tried once. Let's just go to another.
No.
Oh, for God's sakes. If you want a balloon so much, I'll give you mine.
It's not about the balloon. It's about pride. Shuichi leans his head against his hand. Yeah, ooh. Completely covering his eyes and massaging the bridge of his nose.
Oh, come on. Don't start with this crap about pride now.
Too late. I'm going to do another try, and I'll show you how easy it is to get a balloon.
I already saw how easy it was. I even have the balloon of my own, see?
He almost shoves the balloon in my face, but I just swat his hand away. No, I won't rest until I get one to prove that I can do it too. Shuichi sighs, hanging his head down in defeat.
For crying out loud.
See, I got the balloon, didn't I? I stopped just short of rubbing the balloon in his face. Shuichi in turn stares at me in annoyance and contempt.
Sure, congratulations, you got the balloon. You're amazing.
You're just bitter because you weren't the only one who got it.
Of course. That's why I'm bitter. Not because you forced me to wait around while you did 9 tries on that damn game.
The amount of attempts you make is relevant as long as you succeed.
Keep telling yourself that. Anyway, what's next?
No, first you'll admit that you were wrong about...
What's next?
Alright, we'll do something else since you're clearly not in the mood to talk about it right now.
Jeez, I wonder why.
Anyway, time for another activity. Oh no. I mean, rifle shooting is so much fun, right? Let's try some rifle shooting. It used to be my favorite game when we were kids. Shuichi grins, putting a hand on his waist and looking incredibly smug. I kind of want to punch him for some reason.
That was your favorite game? Oh man. Then the fact that you never once beat me in it must have been infuriating.
The gall. You want to make a bet then, husky boy?
Oh, that sounds interesting. What do you have in mind?
We each buy 5 shots. The one who excuse me. The one with the most points in the end wins.
What does the winner get?
Damn, thinking of an actual prize is kind of hard. Suddenly, I see a mischievous smile appear on his face, and I immediately start to regret all of my life choices that led me to this point. Wait, maybe a bit overdramatic, but I'm seriously feeling the dread right now.
How about the loser has to obey one absolute order from the winner?
No.
What? Why not? Are afraid of you'll lose?
No. It's just that the concept of an absolute order gives too much leeway for someone to utterly humiliate the other. So I'm just going to refuse it out of principle. Besides, this sounds too much like the beginning of a porn manga plot.
Oh, really? And how is it you know that?
How is it that I know what?
How you know this sounds like a porn manga plot?
Shit. Someone must have told me at some point, right?
No, I don't think anyone else is shameless enough to talk openly about reading porn, especially pornographic manga.
I don't know. I've talked openly about it. Maybe. Fuck. I read all sorts of things, okay? Shut up. Was I really just forced into admitting that I read porn? Shuichi breaks out into laughing fit, as if the whole idea is hysterical. Shut up! Don't be so hypocritical. I know you probably read it too.
Alright, I'll stop.
I cross my arms and look away. Damn, my cheeks feel a tad hot right now. What's so weird about it anyway? I'm a man. Of course I look at stuff like that every now and then.
There's nothing wrong about it. It's just the way that you cornered yourself that was pretty funny. If it makes you feel any better, I'll admit, I also look at porn sometimes. Any healthy guy does.
This does not make me feel any better.
Well, too bad, because that's all you're getting.
I put my hand in my forehead, shaking my head from side to side.
Ta.
Excuse me.
Talks of porn aside, we still need to agree on a bet. I can't really think of anything aside, anything else.
Yeah, neither can I.
Should we, go with old-fashioned money, then?
That sounds like it'd be best. Plus, I don't want to give... What? I don't want to give the mind that come up with the absolute order bet enough time to... something else, yeah.
How much should we bet?
Huh. 6,000.
Too weak. Make it at least, 12,000.
I don't have that much money. I don't have as much money as you do.
Oh, does that mean someone is afraid of losing?
No. It means someone wants to be able to pay his part of the bet in case he ends up losing. He giggles, his tail swaying from side to side. Guess he's excited.
Alright, 6,000 it is then.
We both walk quickly to the nearest rifle shooting booth. Not even caring enough to glance at the other tents in the way. The clerk, a bull, notices approaching and immediately puts a customer service smile.
Good evening. Oh, may I... 5 shots.
We basically both shove money in his face, making the guy jump back in surprise at the two weird guys who suddenly came up to him and basically punched him with a few bills.
I'm sorry, what?
Give us 5 shots, each.
Okay, that will be 1,100 each.
Wait. How is it 1,100? If it's 5 shots, and they're, what, maybe 200 yen each? Wouldn't that be just 1,000 instead of 1,100? What's the extra 100 for? Is there a service fee? Is there... I'm gonna stop. We quickly pay him and are presented with the rifles. Cork shooting, pressure rifles, not the most advanced or precise thing in the world, but then again, it's just a toy, so who cares? Shuichi and I position ourselves in the adjacent booths. Both, good thing this one tent has two, so two people can play at the same time. Okay, cool.
You're going down, Yuichi.
If you're as good at shooting as you are trash talking, then I've got this one in the bag. We both smile, taking aim. 5,000, 6,000 there. It's all there.
Thank you. Feel free to challenge me again when you feel like losing more money.
Go eat a nail.
Someone's in a prickly mood.
In the end, I lost badly. I didn't miss any of my shots. Always going for the middle-sized target, worth 50 points each. Unfortunately, Shoichi went for the smallest targets, worth 100 points each, and he didn't miss any shots either. So in the end, he had double my score. I'm so vexing. It's so vexing.
You don't, like the feeling of losing that badly. Well, then maybe you should try being bolder. You can't win by going just, with what's safe. Always go on the offensive. Always.
I'm sorry, Shoichi. I play Control in card games, so I do always make the safe play, and, that's why I get in top 4 almost every time that I play. Is there any place here that sells ropes?
Ropes? For what?
So I can muzzle you with it.
Whoa, are you really that annoyed that you'd resort to threats of physical violence?
Yes. I'm not I'm not at physical violence yet. Physical violence is what comes next if you keep this going for even one more minute.
Alright, I'll shut up. Jesus!
I might have been a tad bit harsh. But then again, he's such a sore winner, and apparently a sore loser.
I don't suppose you want to play anything else after this.
I do.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I need to wash the sour taste of defeat from my mouth.
And then you complain that I'm putting you down. You seem to be a good enough job at that on your own.
Shush. I'll just choose another game.
Fine, fine. Whatever you say, Your Highness.
Let's see. What else should I pick? How about...
No, wait.
I jump in surprise as Shoichi suddenly calls my attention. What is it?
Did you look at what time it is? We've been playing for a good while already.
Really? I pull out my phone out of my pocket, and lo behold, we've already been here playing for almost an hour. I guess all that time waiting in line and walking around, looking for the booths really took a chunk of our time.
There are a few things I want to do with you before we left, so we should probably stop for today if we're going to do those.
Oh, alright.
You sure you're okay with that?
I shrug. Sure, as long as there's a plan and there's no reason for then there's no reason for me to say no. Shuichi smiles, nodding. His tail wags like a feather duster behind his back.
Right, let's go then.
We spend over an hour walking around the festival grounds, looking over a bunch of different stands and their products. We see things like earrings, dolls, figures, paintings, all kinds of products up for sale for those who want to take something home. Even though we told ourselves that we'd only be looking around, we ended up with quite a few bags to carry. I bought some things for my mom and my brother, a necklace and a few earrings for my mom, and some anime figures I found for sale in a tent for Aki. While I myself am pretty satisfied with all this, my wallet cries for the sudden spending spree. I don't think I can even, I can spend even 1 more yen.
Oh, come on. We haven't looked over half of the place.
Of course we haven't. And we won't even if we try. This place is huge, and the night won't last for much longer.
You're right. It's already starting to get late. The festival will probably be over soon.
By the way, what are they going to do for the last day of the festival? Will there be a fireworks show?
I wish. That'd be pretty cool to see. Unfortunately, there aren't going to be any fireworks.
Why not?
Tradition, I guess. This festival has never hosted a fireworks display, and they don't intend to.
Boo. I pout, prompting Shoichi to laugh at me.
Don't be like that. Even if there's no fireworks to be seen, you still had fun, right?
I guess. Are we going to be heading home now, then?
Not yet. There's one more thing I want to do with you before we go.
Really? What is it?
Goldfish scooping. I said go...
Yeah, I heard. Shoichi pouts, staring accusingly at me.
You should at least show some sort of excitement.
Sorry, no. I would, well, why would we even want to do that?
Come on, pretty obvious. Oh, come on, pretty please. I really wanted to play.
Can't we do something else?
I want to play!
Alright, shut up! Shuichi immediately quiets down, frozen in place. I sigh, making sure to make it as long, to make it a long, exasperated sigh. Jeez, you can be such a baby sometimes. Fine, we can play your little game.
Yes!
Shuichi fist pumps, looking incredibly excited at the prospect. All this just because we're going to try goldfish scooping. But just so you know, I don't intend to play.
Oh, it's fine. I didn't expect you anyway. I just wanted to try it this year.
That was easier than I thought. I really expected him to insist that I play.
Alright. Good guys. Follow my lead.
Wait, Shoichi! Shit, he just ran straight ahead. No way in hell am I going to run after him. I'll just walk there at a leisurely pace. Wait, where are the goldfish scooping tents? Am I lost? I'm screwed, aren't I? There you are! After about 15 minutes walking around, I was finally able to spot the tall husky amidst the crowd. So this is where the fishing tent was.
Yuichi, where were you? Jeez, don't go wandering off like that on your own. You're going to end up getting lost.
I don't want to hear that from you.
Huh?
Wait, why are there so many people around the fishing scooping tent? Come to think of it, this area of the festival has been packed with people since early morning. Hey Shuichi, I can't really see. What is everyone staring at?
Oh, that?
Oh my god.
Oh, that? I forgot to tell you, didn't I?
Forgot to tell me what? Stop playing the pronouns game with me.
The fish scooping tent has a special prize this year. Take a look at yourself.
Shuichi pushes his way through around the crowd, opening enough room for me to walk in front of the group.
Beautiful, isn't he?
That's an emerald-colored goldfish. And he looks like he's shimmering when he swims around.
That's why I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to see if I could get that one. People have been coming over since the first day, trying to get him, but it looks that fish is really hard to capture. And because most everyone has been trying to get him, most of the other fish haven't been caught either. In the end, this tent has managed to turn a huge profit without having to give out much product. Brilliant, isn't it?
I guess now it makes at least a little more sense why you wanted to come here. At least he had a reason other than I wanted to play. I'll admit, it's a really beautiful fish. So, why aren't you trying to catch it?
I am. I'm waiting for my number to be called.
Your number? Shuichi pulls his wallet out of his pocket and pulls out a piece of paper with the number 487 written on it.
Apparently, there were people fighting to try and get the emerald fish first, so now they're only allowed one person at a time to try.
And there's a wait list?
Yup, I should get called pretty soon.
487.
Speaking of the devil, it's my turn. Wish me luck.
Shuichi walks up to the chubby tanuki lady and hands her the piece of paper with his number on it. She gives him a small bamboo scoop with a paper net. The thing with the game is that since the net is made of paper, it dissolves in the water, so you can't be too forceful, otherwise you'll break the net. But you can't go too slow either, otherwise the net dissolves. Shuichi walks up to me with his net in hand.
Seriously, wish me luck. They're not allowing anyone to join the line anymore since it's close to closing time, and there's already 50 other people waiting.
Holy shit, you only get one shot? Shuichi nods. Good luck, and too bad they're not allowed any more people to try. Now that I saw, I kinda wanted to have the fish. He nods again, swallowing hard and walking to the pool. He crouches in front of the emerald fish as it swims idly by. Every time he swims, it seems like he's shimmering in a different palette of colors. It's beautiful. Shuichi stares the fish down, slowly moving towards the water with his scoop. In his other hand, in a glass with water in which he can drop the fish. The reason, being that, even if he manages to get the fish out of the water, the net will still break after a few seconds. If he can't get the fish inside of the glass of water, when it does, the fish will either fall back into the pool or fall to the ground. Of course, they don't want the fish to fall to the ground. They provide people with a glass of water to drop the fish inside when that happens and to catch them. Shuichi seems to be waiting for something, not quite sure what. He dips his net into the water with a very swift movement, and in a green shape falling inside of the glass. Everyone in the crowd suddenly goes deadly silent. Even Shuichi himself isn't uttering a single word, just standing there with his eyes wide. Not even he believes he got it. Suddenly, the entire crowd erupts in cheers and clapping. The sound is so loud that I nearly go deaf. Shuichi jumps up from the spot he was crouching on, seemingly even more shocked than I am. Of course, from the corner of my eyes, I can see a few angry people throwing their tickets away, probably unhappy that someone got it before them. The Tanuki lady walks up to Shuichi, taking the glass with the fish from his hands and putting it into a plastic bag for carrying. She hands the fish back to Shuichi. He bows to her. I suppose he's thanking her, and he starts to walking my way.
Come with me.
Shuichi grabs me by the arm and pulls me through the crowds away from the commotion. What? Shuichi, wait! Shuichi continues pulling me without a single word or expression. We end up out of the festival grounds and in a deserted alleyway. Shuichi finally lets go of my hand. Are you going to tell me what this is about? Jeez.
Sorry.
Shuichi looks away, scratching the back of his head awkwardly. I prefer an explanation over an apology.
I just saw a bunch of bad-looking men giving us the evil eye after I got the fish, so I kind of wanted to get us out of there. I don't think they try to steal it, but you can never be too careful.
Why would they try to steal fish? Shuichi shrugs.
Never underestimate stupidity. You declare something as one of a kind, and it looks kind of pretty, and suddenly people will do anything to get it. There were people who actually tried stealing the fish right from the pool. You didn't notice the security surrounding the place.
No. And frankly, the idea of hiring bodyguards for a fish is ludicrous. I can't even wrap my head around it.
Well, anyway.
Shuichi's face goes red, and he scratches his chin, looking away from me.
Then, here you go.
He hands me the plastic bag with the pretty fish. What?
I'm giving this to you.
Why? Weren't you looking forward to getting this? Wait, is this because I said I wanted to try getting him? I didn't mean that I wanted... I didn't mean that. I wanted you to get it, too.
Yuichi, I know you didn't mean that.
Shuichi looks me dead in the eye.
From the very beginning, I wanted to get him for you.
What? I'm seriously confused right now. You're giving me a fish? I mean, yeah, he's gorgeous and all, but it's a fish.
I guess it kind of sounds dumb without context, doesn't it?
No offense, but I doubt it'd sound even better with context.
Well, you remember, Yamato?
Yamato? Wait, my pet goldfish Yamato?
You had him a long time ago, when we were still kids. When was that? 7, 8 years ago, something like that. I remember that you loved Yamato a lot. You cared for him every day, and you even talked to him. Of course, I was really jealous of him, and I still found him pretty cute. I always wanted to try feeding him, and you wouldn't let me. You said I'd do it wrong and hurt Yamato. So one day, when you left to the grocery store like your mom asked you to, I decided to feed him.
Wait, I seem to remember something like that. Was that when...
Then I thought to myself, fish feeding is so boring. I'd let Yamato would like, chocolate more.
Fish food is boring.
So I, got him chocolate from the fridge and chopped it into small pieces. And I didn't know if he choked or the chocolate poisoned him or some other thing, but Yamato died less than half an hour later.
Shuichi looked down at the ground, looking almost as if he's in pain.
I didn't know what to do because I knew you'd be devastated when you got home, and then, less than 5 minutes later, you arrived. You cried so much once you realized Yamato was dead. I kept apologizing over and over, and you didn't care. You just kept crying.
I seem to remember something like that happening. Honestly, it was so long ago, I can barely remember Yamato at all.
My mom, bought you a new goldfish, since it was, like the one, since I was the one who killed Yamato. But you just wouldn't have him. We ended up returning him to the store after you refused to take him from me, take care of him. I've always felt guilty about it, that.
Shuichi, that was 8 years ago. I can barely remember that nowadays. Despite his face being, still being contorted in a weird and complicated look, Shuichi attempts to smile. The look on his face is almost heartbreaking.
Maybe, but that always stuck with me. There weren't many times in our lives that I've seen you cry, but that was the only one time you cried because of something I did. I always felt awful about that. When I saw the announcement that they'd be having that fish as the prize, I wanted to come here with you and try to get him as a gift for you. I know you might think it's silly, and honestly I don't blame you, but I'd really like it if you had him.
Shuichi grabs one of my arms and lifts it up, putting the fish bag safely in my hand.
This is my way of apologizing for all those years. Sorry I killed your fish.
I don't even know what to say. This is one of the weirdest acts of kindness someone has ever shown me. You didn't have to do this, you know. It's not like I carried a grudge for all these years.
I know that. You're not the type of person to hold grudges. You're way too nice for that. I know it might be selfish, but this was for my sake more than anything. I've always felt bad about that. I figured this would be a way to bury the hatchet. If I could get you, this one kind of goldfish, then maybe I could feel like I did enough to warrant the forgiveness you gave me all those years ago.
You're blowing this way out of proportion.
Perhaps, but I still like you to accept this gesture anyway.
You're a dork. And alright, I'll accept it. Shuichi laughs. I didn't even realize how on edge I was about him looking all gloomy until I noticed how relieved I felt. How relieved I suddenly feel to see him laughing.
That I am. And thanks for accepting this gift, and for forgiving me all those years ago.
I lift the fish bag up to eye level, looking at the shimmering emerald goldfish as it swims lazily inside. Doesn't look nearly as lively as it did in the pool, that's for sure. What should I call him? Shuichi puts a hand to his chin, looking pensive.
How about Yamato, in honor of the fallen one?
You're a huge dork, but that's not a bad idea. I look at the fish again, talking directly to him. From now on, you'll be known as General Yamato the Great. What do you think of that? He starts swimming more rapidly in the bag.
He seems pleased with the name.
You think so? As idiotic as the whole thing was, I can't help but be a little excited about it. I kind of remember loving and caring for Yamato all those years ago. Maybe those feelings are coming back. By the way, what's that sound?
Huh?
Shuichi's ears twitch.
Is that?
After we I stayed silent for a moment. I realized that I kept hearing the sound. And once I focused on it,
Rain.
we walked to the edge of the alleyway we were in to notice that it's raining outside in the street.
Damn, it started raining while we're here. I guess the rain doesn't get inside because of the awning.
Doesn't this mean we're trapped here until the rain passes?
Sounds like it. And it seems the rain is getting stronger too.
Phone's out of signal.
Alright. Wait. Already? Jeez. Is this a storm coming out of nowhere?
Seems like it. What a bad time for something like this to happen. How did we not notice it start raining? Shuichi shrugs.
I suppose we were too distracted. Plus, inside the alley, you can barely hear the rain.
Except we can now. Really loud, in fact.
Yeah, it's really getting a lot stronger.
It kept getting louder and louder by the passing second. We had no choice but to just wait for it to pass. Shuichi and I stand in silence for quite a few minutes, waiting for the rain to pass. We could be talking about something, anything, but no conversation seemed to come to mind. 10 minutes passed, then 20, then 30. We barely say a word during all this time. And the rain just continues to pick up and get stronger.
Doesn't look like it'll pass anytime soon.
Shuichi is almost screaming, but his words still come out muffled by the deafening sound of the rain. Yeah. I keep staring out at the street. Every now and then, we see someone carrying an umbrella and passes through. Excuse me. The flow of people was heavier right after it started raining, when it seemed like the people that were in the festival were fleeing from the rain. But now it's barely even a trickle. No one's come out for the past 5 minutes. Yeah, he's cute. I like him.
Hey, Yuichi.
I faintly hear Shuichi calling me, even though he's right next to me. I also feel his hand brush mine. I turn my head slightly to look at him with the corner of my eye.
Thanks for coming with me today.
Did he just thank me? I'm not sure I understood correctly, so I'll just go along with what I think I heard. You're welcome. I had fun. And why is he talking so quietly now? He needs to speak louder if I'm going to hear him correctly.
By the way, Yuichi.
Yeah? Speak louder, goddammit.
You...
What? I could make out the words I and you. Stupid Rain. What did you say?
It was nothing. Forget about it.
Jeez, now he speaks, now he speaks it so I can hear him. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna ask him about it again. It's probably not important anyway. Shuichi keeps looking down at his feet. And why does his face look so red? In the end, Shuichi and I stood in silence for the next half hour, waiting for the rain to stop so we could go home. That was cute. I liked that, you know. Yeah, I'll end the part here, so I'll see you around, everyone.